この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for Hyouka. Last week on Hyouka, we watched the OVA, or episode 11.5, and then we watched episodes 12 and 13, starting us off on what I guess we'll call like the cultural festival arc. That's what it seems to be. We are in the midst of a very colorful, very lively cultural festival that has kind of taken over the school, and much to Oreki's sort of dismay, has actually forced him to do things, although he has wormed his way into the best job in town, which is sitting around waiting for people to come and buy their anthology, which pretty much nobody is doing. But he's also got a weird thing going on where he's like trading specific objects with specific characters when they come in to buy something, and I'm wondering where that will eventually lead. It seems too odd and important-ish to be anything but like important. He currently has a water gun, which I believe he traded for the pin on the back of the badge that he was given by a member of the fashion club to a member of the gardening club, I want to say, who was using the water gun to put out coals that they were using to roast yams. Okay, so that's going on. Pretty much everybody has got their own thing going on throughout the course of this cultural festival. We're looking toward the cooking competition, which is coming up, which I believe that everybody except Oreki are going to be participating in / competing in / working together and stuff. And we saw at the very end of the last episode that we watched like a couple characters in really cute outfits. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. So I think the best way to go through this would be to go through the characters and what they've been up to over the course of this cultural festival. We also have this sort of like the beginnings of what I think is going to be the mystery, which is that random elements of a couple of different clubs' stuff, things that don't seem to matter, a person's apple juice, a single card from the deck of the tarot deck of the like fortune telling girl, who is Kaho Sam. I wrote down Kaho Sam. She's the girl with the beauty spot who we see in the OP, whose character design I really like. So little things are going missing, and then a partial set of Go tile, like little stones. That's what they are. The pieces used to play the game Go have been stolen from the Go Club, and a card was left with them. So there's somebody going around, or some entity or group going around stealing random objects for some reason, and they left one of the cultural festival flyers open to the last page of the list of clubs, which is the page that our club is on. Lots of weird, complicated things going on, and it's hard to know what things are like red herrings completely, and what are just like fun parts of the cultural festival, and what parts of this are actually going to build into the mystery. But I'm sure we'll find out as we move along what's really going on here, as our characters do. So again, I think the best thing to do would be to go through all the characters and what they've been seeing and doing. So Oreki is probably the easiest. He's been staying still, doing these trades when people occasionally come into their sort of off to the side, up in the top floor room to buy anthologies. He also took a little break at one moment and sort of leaned himself out the window to listen to what seemed like an a cappella club, and just sort of overheard them chatting about the apple juice, I think, going missing and a card being left there, but he didn't think anything of it. Then we have Satoshi, who is wearing a gigantic Saturn costume because he's a fucking weirdo, and a lovable one. He recently competed in the quiz club or whatever. They had a competition that they were doing, and he used that as like a springboard to talk about the anthology that they have and get some people interested in it. And I believe that's why the guy with the guns, the water guns, went up there. He's also made a promise to go and like settle the score in some way with the guy with the bowl cut, who is a member of his club, whose name I have somewhere, but I actually don't have it. Okay, never mind. That's fine. Cool. Then we've got Chitanda. Chitanda has been wandering around the festival, getting distracted by literally everything that makes her curious, demonstrating that she's really good at karate just kind of naturally, getting her fortune told, I think, but she couldn't get her fortune told because she found out about the Wheel of Fortune card being taken. Met with Kaho in that line of things, and ended up buying a bunch of stuff and doing a bunch of little activities at all the clubs, and being really cute the entire time. Uh, at the same time, she was trying to find a way for them to get a better position or place or like booth for their setup so they could actually sell some anthologies. And somebody came up with the idea that maybe it would be ideal if she could get other booths or other clubs to sell their anthologies there. Mayaka has been mostly hanging out at the manga club, which has some weird dynamics that we didn't really know about. When, I mean, just in the very first opening scenes of this arc, we saw her kind of like reticent to actually go there and dealing with something internally. But she gets there and they're like blaming her for their lack of success after trying to sell a booklet of like 100 manga reviews. And then we had a really interesting discussion, to me at least, with her and the lady, the girl, the bitch who seems to be the president of the club, who is basically bad mouthing her because she doesn't think it's a good idea, and then expressed some rather interesting, like a rather interesting, if I would call it rather shallow, philosophical argument on the nature of like what the value of reviews and criticism could be, and basically is taking the position that like it doesn't matter what one person thinks and says about a piece of art or a piece of work. What matters is whether the readers enjoy it, and that is the only thing that determines whether something is of value or not. This is something that I strongly disagree with, and like Mayaka, I had a hard time formulating why at the end of the last episode. I did, as I mentioned that I did go and read Oscar Wilde's The Critic as an Artist in the interim. It was a couple of days ago, so I'm already a little bit fuzzy. It's a rather dense piece of well, it's in the format of a dialogue between two people, Ernest and Gilbert, and Ernest is, he lives up to his name. He is Ernest. It is Ernest, right? But he's earnestly asking questions and trying to incorporate what Gilbert is telling him. And Gilbert is more like the mouthpiece for Oscar Wilde's own theories and philosophies on the nature and value of criticism. And in super broad strokes, the general proposition of the whole piece is that criticism in and of itself is a form of artistic expression, and indeed, as argued by Gilbert within the piece, criticism is, it throws off the shackles of being tethered to reality and attempting to interpret reality, because it is a purely personal mixture of one's personal experience with a piece of art and the actual nature of that art, and in doing that creates something that is entirely separated from he calls them like the shackles of the real world, which he considers sort of like dirty and messy and crude. It's one step further removed from that, and is of value not only to artists in terms of like understanding how people interact with their art, but is the thing which pushes art forward. And without this, like, it's it starts on the nature of criticism and review, and then moves into an argument for like the universality of critical thought, which Wilde, through Gilbert's speech in the text, Wilde proposes is like the solution and the thing which will lead to peace is if people are, by and large, or at least a majority of people, are engaging critically with the works that they consume or view or whatever, as opposed to just enjoying them per se. So I don't know how much of that is going to be useful in and how much of it is going to be relevant for the argument that I'm sure is going to break out once more between Mayaka and her senpai. But I'm glad that I went and read it, because it does give me a little bit of a better foundation with which to like to talk about such things, I hope. And I think that's important because, like, how do I put this? As a piece of work in the manga anime space, for Hyouka, the anime, as well as the novel, to be sort of containing this self-critical argument within its own space is just really fascinating. And for me personally, I will say again that I believe that I operate in the realm of criticism, and I try to, as much as I can, and I often fail, I try to embody that same kind of critical spirit that I believe is what Wilde is talking about in his Critic as an Artist. And I do think that there is importance to it. If I didn't, I wouldn't be doing it. Like, Duh. So yeah. Anyway, I'm with Mayaka on this one. I think that the idea of having a booklet of reviews of manga is maybe not the best thing to sell at a cultural festival, just in terms of a logistical and financial standpoint. But I do believe that there is intense value or immense value in criticism. In a lot of ways, whether that be like Roger Ebert has an amazing post or article, or it's something, I don't remember what it is, but an article that he wrote about like the value of film criticism specifically, and what critics are for the masses of film goers. And I think that one of the lines that her senpai said in the last episode is rather telling. It's that it was the line about a masterpiece is the thing that has made it through the sieve for many, many years, for like a long time, has kept itself culturally relevant because people keep looking at it. But I would say, what is the sieve if it's not those people who engage critically with the work, whether they express that on like blog posts and forums and wherever people go to find information on series that they might watch, or people like me who fucking watch a shitload of anime all the time and just talk about it, because that's what I do. I watch the anime and then I talk about it, and I talk about what I liked and I didn't like about it and why I think that is the case. And I think that that's valuable to some extent, beyond just like being an add-on of a reaction. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Maybe I'm thinking too far into it, but I think that there's something interesting going on here. And then on continuing on the Mayaka front, she was attempting to find this particular manga that I believe was sold at one of the previous cultural festivals, called A Corpse by Evening, which was the title of the last episode that we watched. And she posits and claims that it is a masterpiece, and that if her senpai were to read it, she would understand that they would be able to make a connection and actually stop talking past each other during this argument. However, when she got home, she tore her room apart in a very sad scene, which I don't know about you, but I have experienced looking for things that I know should be around and not being able to find them, and it's so frustrating. So that's sort of where we left off, was with her being sad that she can't find the thing that she's looking for that would, in her mind, help her explain herself and her views on what is art and what is masterpiece worthy, in art, to her senpai. Uh, yeah. Okay, so long intro. Sorry about that. We're gonna actually watch some episodes of Hyouka now. I don't know how much longer this arc will go. I mean, honestly, we could have just one more episode of the arc, but we'll kind of play it by ear, and we will cease watching when it feels like either I'm gonna die because I've watched too many episodes, or we feel like we've gotten to the end of this arc and some kind of conclusion has been drawn, I assume, about whatever these thefts are that keep going on. Either way, we're going to start, and we are going to start with episode 14 of Hyouka. Still using the Cold Girl subs, still using the all that stuff. So let's go ahead and dive on in and watch episode 14 of Hyouka, and we will see what we see, find out what we find out, and see how all of these things play. I assume that we've got a cooking competition, a second round of arguments with the manga club, and probably some other things getting stolen. Okay, let's do it. So, I have episode 14 of Hyouka up and ready to go. It is at 0 seconds. There will be two versions. This reaction video, you can find a picture-in-picture version with the video linked up, with the video up in the corner, linked in the description, and a timer-based version up on YouTube. If you would like to sync up your own copy of these episodes of Hyouka with the timer-based version, you're more than welcome to do so. Just get your copy ready, because the beep beep timer to count you down will be coming at you now. Starting right there. Oh, wait, are they Haruhi girls? Oh. No, they're the same Vocaloids. Judgment, judgment, judgment. Oh, okay. What is she dressed as? feel like I should recognize that, but I don't. And everything is kind of okay-ish. She did remember the title, didn't she? Alright, this OP again. Dreamin'. She's really cute. So is she. I think I said that exact same line at the last time that we watched this OP. Shit. Goddamn KyoAni and their characters looking all good and stuff. Gah. Whoosh. Now we draw on his face. Awful. Alright. Fuck that outfit, though. So that's why she's running. Sure is. Unlike you fucking sourpuss. What was that guy in a clown thing? Always. I'm suspicious of him. And none of them know that anyone else... Okay, there we go. There we go. Finally, they start to put a pattern together. Indeed. I really like this track. Oh. Cool. Hi, Irisu. Aww. A lot. Give him like 30 or 40. Ooh, nice. Nice-oo. What do I do with this? Smart. Amazing. Ding. Is Yamada EDing on this? There's some like flair here that's very Very Yamada. I should have caught it in the Mayaka and her senpai sequence. I'm pretty damn sure that this is Naoko Yamada at work. Hmm. Ooh, Irisu knows what's up. Yeah. Oh, a pumpkin witches. Uh, peace, peace. They want you to give you some shit. Ah, that's smart. Oh, trading time. Consumables, though. Sprays all the anthologies with water. A bag of flour? They're gonna need that for the cooking competition, right? Yay! Alright, so we traded up again. Hey, and out of his own pocket. Good man. Ooh. Ooh, wow. That's some good shit. Poster drawing game. Ine. She's like really good. Ah. Fuck. They're both like really good. No. Let her focus. Wildfire. Ah, by the Cooking Society. Gotcha. Eh. Oh, motherfucker. Okay. Okay. Fuck. Just doing a little eyelash bat there. God damn it, Chitanda. Why can you melt my heart like that? Why? Ah. 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 Mm. 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 All right, what are we making? Classic French omelets. Fuck. Okay, whatever we want. It's not a specific thing to make. Okay. Uh, I can't make it without rice, so I can go anytime because I can't make it, period? What? From flour. Alright, how you gonna do this, dude? 11:38? I wonder if that's important. Oh boy, I gotta go. Yes, you do. Cookies. Hiya! Okay, got some anchovies. Or small fishies. Some green onions. Yeah. Yeah. Sardines, gotcha. Anchovies are a little bigger, aren't they? I don't know. Eh. Ah! You can't talk. Daikon, daikon. I send you my vibes. Nope. Oh, that's way too much time. Oh. That's so inefficient. Bro. Backseat cooking, eh? Oh. There go your taste buds. Oh, okay, looking good. Okay, so they're all making... Gotcha. Oh, that is hard. That is knife skills. Need a really sharp knife. What next? Hey, it's the foundation, yo. Oh, oh. Is she intending to do that? If so, I mean that's fine. But where'd she get liquor? Oh, cool. An angel. That too. Ooh. Hmm. Flower? Doing something wrong with the shrimp? Are they uncooked? Are the shrimp uncooked? Except. Oh. Flower. Oh, jeez. You gotta go, girl. Okay. Getting the fuck out. Straight through or all the way around? Straight through we go. Alright, you need that flour. What are you gonna make with just flour and water? And how will it get to her? You'd have to throw it out the window? Oh wow, that's a scene. Dope. Arrival! Let's go, let's go, let's go! Dun dun dun! No ingredients. Alright, let's eh? Just go! Alright, that's all we've got. Got some heads. And an onion. Or is that a garlic? Looks like garlic. No, it's an onion. Are you listening, Oreki? Bag of flour. What she can. I'm sure you are. Bro. 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 What do? What do? There's the window. Oreki. It. Bottle of water. Satoshi. Eh? 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 Sup? Yes, that's my name. Splat. Nice. Nice catchy. Flower. Go, 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 go. Oil? Frying, yeah, gotta be fried. Is it gonna be, what do you call the crispy things? For, broth? Kakiyage? I don't know what that is. So, fuck. Yep. Hot oil. It's been stolen. Hey. Oh boy. Snatch. Nice. Nice. Teamwork, baby. Yay. We did it. Yeah, you fucking proud. Hmm. Aww. Nice one, Araki. Took you a little while, but nice. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter. Just gonna say, but it would be nice. Sure. And why not? Where was the ladle? Hmm. 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 Oh, yeah, is there a note? Ping pong. All right. The ladle has been lost. Jumanji. That's it. Okay. People have pointed out to me that she is Poirot, not whatever, not Watson. I'm stupid. I get it now. Thanks. I guess the cane is probably a giveaway. Eh? Hmm. Okay. Jumanji. Eggplant? Angry. Oh, that guy again. That's spooky. Okay. This is a really fun episode. Like, This is a super fun episode. It's almost like a side episode because there's so little like development or continuation on what appears to be the main plot of the arc, and so much just gorgeous character stuff. Um and gorgeous on multiple levels, like on the visual level for sure, but also on the personal level. Now, one thing, I have a distinct Naoko Yamada vibe from this episode. I don't know how I would determine whether she's the ED for this episode. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go and look at the staff list on ANN, because usually they list what episodes people were episode directors on. So ANN Hyouka via Google. Gonna click the first link. Great. And just gonna Naoko Yamada storyboard. Naoko Yamada episodes 9 and 14, and episode director episodes 9 and 14. Thought I recognized some things. I think it's most evident well, in the opening sequence with Mayaka here in the introduction, just the way things are framed is so her. And then we get these shots, like this shot of the feet, and then this shot from like shoulders down at this angle. I don't know. It's just, it feels like her work. It feels like it. And then we keep moving the same angle out. It's just clever. It's just weird. And we pull out from there, pass by. And then in the sequence with Irisu, there's this dance, this forward and backward dance between her and Chitanda going on. Let me see. Yeah. So, yep. We get a bunch of like leg ankle shots for sure. But there's this side shot that we do a few times as well. Let me go fast. Okay, here, and then back and forth with the hands. There. Okay, so here's the dance that I'm talking about. Like, Chitanda steps forward and sort of invades Irisu's personal space. Irisu takes an instinctual step back, and then sort of steps away. And then when she comes up close to her to speak in her ear, I don't think we get another leg shot of it. No, we get that. Okay. Takes another few steps back, sort of leaning back. And then leans in, but we don't have another leg shot of that particular moment. And then taps her on the shoulder and walks away. This whole sequence is so Yamada. It's just so Yamada. It really is, though. It's fantastic. I love this sequence. So sometimes watching anime at like really high speed helps understand the flow of what's really going on. Back and forth, right. Because it's sort of like flip booking through the storyboards themselves. Oh, wow. I love that scene. That's awesome. We could do the same thing with the very introductory scene. Establishing the conflict that's going on, everybody looking toward it, framed center. Down, looking down, at her feet where she's looking, and then up a little bit, and then up a little bit more to see everything kind of through her eyeline, but not actually sitting in her eyeline, because that's a little bit less interesting. If you go into characters' eyelines, that's just like shot, reverse shot. That's so cool. Okay, so everybody splits up again. There's this sequence with Irisu, which has some fucking amazingly cute moments, and the whole like If it's somebody of the opposite sex, talk to them in a private room because you got that cute factor going, girl. And Chitanda is just bathed in this slight blushing pink the entire conversation, which is great. And then goes and thanks her. Oreki just watching, just observing. Then we get these girls doing their trick or treat thing. So the idea of door to door sales is great, but I specifically love the great. It's fantastic. And then it would be perfect if we were carrying around a gun thing, and okay, fine, I'll trade you one of these copies of the anthology and 2 bags of cookies, and I guess you're throwing in a bag of flour. Don't know what I'll use that for, but it turns out to be important. And I think it's characterization here that Oreki then takes 200 yen out of his own pocket and puts them down because he's gonna eat the cookies, you know. It's great. So we get to see them drawing some posters, and we find out that Mayaka is like seriously, genuinely talented, and so is she. Hot damn, full color. Obviously, all of that being drawn by professional artists drawing the show, but having drawings inside of drawings is kind of sort of meta and interesting. Okay, when this frame, there's a scene. Yeah, here. Chitanda, why are you so fucking cute? Because Kyoani. And then this guy with the goofy glasses on, it's great. And the whole setup for this cooking competition, I think, is fantastic. And it's the main focus of this episode, and I think it's done really well. As somebody who has watched a lot of what's the one? A while ago. This was like a couple of years ago, but I went on a binge of all of the what's the cooking show that I've seen almost all of MasterChef, as well as a good bit of the Great British Bake Off, and then what's the British one? The one with professionals. I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't remember. In any case, I've seen enough of those formulas of shows to recognize where they're taking cues from it, and they're definitely taking cues from it, and it's great. Really cool spread of ingredients up there, and they look fantastic. A lot of energy and sort of fire to the whole situation, and then all of that contrasted by these cutaways to Oreki, which happen less and less frequently as we move on. I also freaking love Chitanda sort of like backseat cooking Satoshi as he, dices or quarters the daikon before peeling it, which is just silly because you want to peel the whole thing really fast and then chop it. But it's super cute that she's trying to help him, but then restrained by the rules of the cooking competition and unable to shout things out to him. And, thinks that he's got it when he's like, got it. For sure. And then we've got this ticking clock in the background, creating tension. And then she's going through and creating some really genuinely interesting dishes. And then she is doing like what is it called? It's not flambeing, right? Yeah, it is flambeing. She appears to be flambeing whatever she's cooking, and it seems intentional. I do want to know what that one is. Giseyaki. I want to know what that is. Giseyaki. It's clearly like a mash of things. Giseyaki. Tofu and egg omelet baked as a loaf and then chopped up. Regional name for gisei tofu. Tofu egg omelet. So you make it with minced pork, tofu, soy sauce. I assume that most of those are optional besides the tofu and the egg. Oh. So it's essentially a form of quiche, but with tofu mixed in to make it up. Interesting. So like a um savory omelet thing. Cool. That's cool. I love me some omelets and general egg dishes and things. Fantastic looking. All right, and everybody's cooking. Everybody's cooking. Yeah, shaving down like a radish with the edge of fuck. What do you call that kind of a knife? The specific knife that she's using. It's a specific Japanese like chef's knife. I don't remember what it's called. That's fine. I have one though, and it's really nice. It's actually my knife of choice because like I have relatively small hands because I'm relatively small. So your normal standard like Western chef knife is a little large for me. That one is a little bit shorter and has a little bit of a thicker blade across the entire thing and comes to a nice point. But less like sharply pointed than a standard chef's knife. It's my favorite knife. I love me kitchen knives. Good ones. Okay, and then we get the last minute arrival, and there's something really cute about, and I don't really understand it, but this moment where she sort of like checks her appearance, like stands there and then realizes what she's wearing, checks her like bows and hair things, and is like, oh, I am in really plain clothes, and finds out that she's out of ingredients. They're just like, sorry, sorry, sorry. But the flower comes in clutch, and I think it's a nice little tension build having Oreki like not figuring it out until he does, and then even when he does figure it out, we don't find it out then. We find it out through them just barely hearing it, and we can just barely hear it behind the announcer and the crowd noise and all of that jazz. But hey, nice catchy, and it's perfect. There it is. There you go. Got something you can do. Cook, 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 cook. And now there's also this like this personal investment in why is this ladle gone, because it actually affected them, as opposed to being just something like kind of random that happened to another club. This actually affects them. Now they're invested. Now they want to know why this ladle is gone. And yeah, I'll bet you anything that one particular dark-haired, purple-eyed girl is going to become a little bit curious. Just a little bit curious. Okay. I really like this episode. It was a lot of fun and kind of what my ideal like side episode would be, except shoot into the middle of this arc. It's kind of nice. So let's go from here and we will move on into the next episode of Hyouka, episode 15. So give me a moment. I will take a break, do a syncy thingy, and come back in just a moment to watch episode 15. Peace. Alright, welcome back. We are good to go on episode 15 of Hyouka. One thing before we start, I didn't really even mention it when we were going through it because literally only that intro section is dedicated to it, and I dedicated a big chunk of my intro section to it, despite it actually not coming to fruition. The whole Mayaka Manga Club review and criticism argument really just disappeared, just went away, which is kind of saddening. It kind of saddens me that we didn't get a little bit more focus on that because, I mean, I'm personally invested in the argument and I thought it would be something that we might talk about a little bit more. However, it just sort of got water under the bridge, I guess. Not quite sure how I feel about that or how someone like Mayaka would feel about that. I think that the important part of the thing was that the senpai remembered the name of the manga. Like, even if she doesn't recognize Mayaka's like viewpoint and how she feels about criticism, she still takes the recommendation to heart to some extent, and maybe will have an eye out for it to read it if she can see a copy. And I think that's actually an interesting argument for like the critical mindset and the idea of reviews or word of mouth as being important for furthering a piece of work. Like the manga that she's talking about, if it really was a school project manga made for the cultural festival, is probably not going to be considered a masterpiece in the broad cultural sense, and is probably not something that anybody would be able to find another copy of, unless they were told about it by someone who reviewed it as being a masterpiece and told them excitedly, like, you have to read it and then you'll understand something about the way that manga works. I think that's kind of key and kind of crucial. Just the fact that Mayaka told her about it means that maybe she'll find a copy in the library somewhere, and maybe she'll tell somebody else about it. Maybe it will spread beyond the boundaries of Mayaka's own experience, and maybe she'll be able to share that with her senpai across the boundary of their disagreement. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that because I didn't, because it barely did, but I think that the way that it was handled was interesting, at least. Yeah. Okay, so we have finished the cooking competition. It went pretty well as could be expected. We overcame some hurdles together as a team, and it was pretty good. But a ladle was stolen and a note was left. So let's find out what we find out. I believe that this is going to be the thing that tips us over into being genuinely curious about these thefts and occurrences, and cause all of our characters to actually talk about them to each other and be like, "Hey, there's a mystery afoot. Let's go ahead and find out what's up." So, episode 15 of Hyouka, beep beep timer. We'll find out maybe who this Jumonji character is. Unless there are like 5 more episodes in this arc. That's a good looking bento. Why not? Mm-hmm. Cool. Mystery, mystery. Uh-oh. I know that look. Got this like awful crick in my neck since I woke up. I definitely slept on it wrong. Ugh. Mm. Oh, right there. Ugh. Okay. Oh, Chinese lettuce wraps with like minced beef. So good. And also the fortune teller. Yep. It's a conspiracy. I don't want to deal with it. No, 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 no. No! Stop it. Okay, like? Sure, how? Radio broadcast. Well, you're stuck, buddy. Fuck. And take what? And where are they listed in the flyer? Oh. Hmm. Hmm. A, I, U, E. The Gojuon? I actually don't know what that means. Stole it? Oh. Oriori Otama. Wheel of Fortune. Oh. Ishi. Apple juice. Acapella Apo. Yeah. But not Ringo, right? Ringo. Ju Moji. Okay. Ka ki ku ke ko tenbu. You played yourself. Okay. Eh? Eh? Hmm. What's wrong with you? Never mind, you're fine. Sure. And talk to them if they're on the opposite sex of them in a private room. Right. Right. Okay. Let's see if this goes as planned. They're in a flurry. It's already important to them. No. No, it's not. Okay, expectations and huh. Just say Jumonji. You what? Yes. 10 letters. Mm. Mm. Of course. Yeah. Ah, soul. Wait, why did I come here again? Why are we bathed in... Oh, Jesus. Eh? Oh. Out of reach. Well, I wouldn't trust him. He's not very trustworthy. Eh. Mm. Be more assertive, Chitanda. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Something will go missing. Maybe. Following a formula. It will never get to Ko. It'll at least give you an idea of who's there. Maybe. Hmm. Hey, buddy. Tani, that's his name. He's been, well, no, he hasn't. But he was there at the cooking. This guy's hair. This guy's hair. Alright, Mushroom Head. He's thinking about what Satoshi didn't say. Sure. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or why not? Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Yeah, he's trying to do the red paperclip thing. What do we got? A little mirror? Hmm. What is she cosplaying as? What? It's a Tuna. Okay. Nah. Nah. Her, though. Maybe. Poking his head in here and there, eh? But to what end? Hello. Wonder what's missing. An important part of the trick? Unless it's already been stolen. Oh, there's a missing candle. It's already gone. Ka. I don't remember if we saw it because it was so simple. We have to wait till the end of the episode to go back and look. Oh, here we go again. Y'all suck. Yeah. Oh, now you fucked up. Oh, now you fucked up. All right, well, I get my wish, I guess. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm? I'm suspicious of her, Yuasa-senpai. She the one who wrote it? Was she the one who did it? Then she wouldn't have said that she didn't read it. Hmm. An interesting wrinkle. Did they write about it? Probably. About you? Probably not. Nothing about koten-bu. Ah. Well, that's there. That'll probably bring some people. Just to wait and see what gets stolen. Fair enough. Nice. She knows how to people. It's not bad. It's not enough. That one. Aww. Oh, damn right. Hmm. Hmm. Watch him. Okay. Okay. Selling stuff online. I wonder if there's a clue there somewhere. And Jikai. Wanted. The last target. Okay. Okay. So, a couple of interesting things. Satoshi is taking it upon himself to catch the culprit in the act, which is actually really cool because maybe, just maybe, he can actually become a little bit of the Sherlockian that he sort of dreams to be, even though he knows that he'll never stand up to Oreki when it comes to deductions. It's kind of nice. Now, one thing that I definitely want to look at in this episode is when we get to the magic thing. Where is it? Also, the whole sequence with that guy's hair is fucking ridiculous. But when we get to the magic thing, do we ever see the candle still there, or is it gone from the very beginning? It's gone. There it is. It's gone. Almost in one of the first scenes that we see. Yep. 5 and 4. Perfect. So it's already gone by the time people start entering. It's gone. It's away. There's probably nothing that we can tell from this whole situation. People that I suspect: this character and these two characters. They're the people that I suspect. If we're following the rules, the laws of culpritness and stuff, then it's a character that we were introduced to at the beginning of the arc, and all of them fit the bill. But also all of them sort of slide by past your notice. It probably isn't Tani. I think his name is Tani because he's trying to compete with Satoshi to find it at the same time. Um okay. And then we also find out some interesting things about the the history of this manga, this Corpse by Evening. It turns out that Yuasa Senpai happens to know that what's her name? Ayako Kochi. I'm gonna write that down. Kochi Ayako. Okay. That she happened to be friends with Haruna, the person who wrote A Corpse by Evening, and someone else did the art, but she doesn't know who. I wonder if it was actually Ayaka. That would be an interesting way of going about this. But then she would have seen at least some of the copies of it, probably, if she was actually involved in its production. But it explains to us a little bit of why, after the mention of it, that she, one, remembered what it was, and two, that she steps in and prevents the other girls from talking shit about it. She knows that it exists, and she knows the person who made it. So she's got some kind of personal investment in this thing, and suddenly is not so okay with the other girls calling it some trashy or obscure doujin. Interesting. Certainly interesting. This whole sequence has a really weird way of being shot. Like we cut from here to here as they're speaking, back and forth. It's just really strange from the railing here. And then finally we cut to their actual like views of each other. It's different. It like breaks up the flow of the conversation in a strange way that makes me kind of suspicious of this character. I don't know. Bum 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 bum. Some moments and things and talking it through. And Satoshi does a thing where he is about to say something and then he stops saying it. Don't know why, but I'm sure that it has something to do with the ending scene of Satoshi and just the way he's thinking about the whole situation. But here, I just thought of something. This is an incident, and then he stops. I guess that would have been the thought. Hey, this is incident isn't something that you're well suited for figuring out. It's something where we have to catch them in the act. And so he's withholding that because he does want desperately to be the one who solves one of these mysteries, doesn't he? Instead of the great detective Oreki Hotaro. Which is well set up by the previous conversations and little moments of darkness that he's had before when talking about Oreki as a Sherlockian. I love this sequence where Chitanda like amps herself up to go and knock, and then whoosh, out it goes, and she looks inside, and it's just this hectic, frantic insanity, helped out a lot by the camera angles, and then we cut to the wide and like the whole experience of the scenario. It's great. And then trying to pull him away, trying to do all the Irisu things, and he is really like freaked out by this whole situation. Like, okay. And then there's this moment where she wants to be kind of assertive about it and sort of imagines this in the same way that we imagined like the cafe with the two choices. All goes rose tinted, but this is for her own sort of rose tint of asking him to do this in an impossible way. And then she decides not to because it would show a lack of trust in him, which I think would be deserved, but she doesn't want to be pushy, and that's fair. Okay, and then there's this whole sequence with this fucking guy, and they went off. They went off with the hair animation throughout this whole scene. It's pretty freaking great. I kind of really like it. So what was the reason for the Agatha Christie ABCs? I don't know. And likewise, what is the reason for going by the Gojuon? Also, I want to Google what Gojuon is. Traditional system of ordering kana by their components. Oh, okay. So kakikukeko, tachitsuteto, all of that stuff. Oh, okay. And it's Goju 50, referring to the 5x10 grid in which the characters are displayed. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. So, yeah. Aiu e o kakikukeko sashi suseso tachitsute to nani nune no hahifu heho, which is why fu is a thing. Mamimu memo ya yu yo, because y's are weird. Rarirurero, okay. Wa we we wo and n. Gotcha. Gotcha. Cool. Okay, it feels like we're right on the edge of actually figuring out this mystery. A lot of these scenarios, not quite scenes, but like overall scenarios, are super well done. I fucking hate these bitches. They're all different Vocaloids, right? Just pink hair Vocaloid. It's Megurine Luca. Okay. Yellow hair Vocaloid. Akita Neru, right? Yep, probably. Cool. Oh no, there's another one. There's a different yellow-haired one with the shorter hair, which is the one that she is. But I don't see the name of it. Okay. And then of course Hatsune Miku, and I don't know who that is, but it doesn't matter. It's kinda cool. Kinda cute. Fucking bitches though. And then this knowing senpai who goes and talks to her, and Chitanda being exhausted. Everybody, she's searching for meaning in manga and what she could show them to try to prove her point about a masterpiece. And then we kind of cliffhang on him clicking this button, which makes me think that there's something important in what's being sold online, but I don't know what. Interesting. Not as much fun for me as episode 14, for sure. Nowhere near it. Episode 14 was a standout, enjoyable episode of Hyouka. This one was much more focused on furthering the plot elements, which is fine. It just didn't have the same energy to it as the one before it. I don't know if I would credit Naoko Yamada to that, but I think it has something to do with it. I actually, while we're here, let's see who episode directed this one. Hyouka ANN, back to the same page. We're looking for episode 15. Storyboard for 15 was Hiroko Utsumi, and episode director for 15... There wasn't one. So it was directed probably entirely by Takemoto. Which you could say is maybe makes sense here. Oh no, he has episode director credits for episodes 1 and 22. So, I don't know. The person who storyboarded it has a that's why it didn't show up when I control F'd it. It's Hiroko Utsumi and did episode direct episodes 2, 7, 15 and 21. What else has Hiroko Utsumi directed? Director. A couple episodes of Banana Fish. Days. Unit director on Disappearance. Unit director on OP2 of Dororo. Director of Free. Okay. One thing that I haven't seen. Unit director on K-On! Movie. Episode director for 4 episodes of K-On! TV. Key animation on Lucky Star, assistant animation, episode director on Melancholy, unit director on ED2 of Hiroaka, interesting, episode director on some episodes of Nichijou, production committee on Tamako Love Story movie, and animation director on Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Side of Dimensions movie. Huh, okay, cool. So, has not directed almost anything that I have seen from KyoAni, but episode directed this episode of Hyouka. Again, not sure how much to credit like writing staff versus storyboard and episode direction, but I will say that I wouldn't bat an eye if you said that episode 14 was as good as it was, in large part because of who was episode directing versus what we saw here. Still very solid, but not on the same level. Okay, interesting. Well, hopefully this next episode that we're going to watch, because we were about to go ahead and watch episode 16, hopefully this one wraps up the mystery, because I don't want to get cliffhanged into 4 episodes today, but I am totally willing to do 3. So I will take a quick break, do a syncy thingy, and we will come back for episode 16 of Hyouka in just a moment. Peace. Alright, welcome back. We are all set and ready to go for episode 16 of Hyouka. Hopefully this is the end of the Ju, I guess we'll call it the Jumanji arc. But we'll see. It'll probably be like 3 more episodes. Anyway, we're gonna watch this one. Hopefully we don't get cliffhanged into another one. Let's go. Episode 16, beep beep timer. Mm-hmm. All right, Satoshi, chance to shine. Oh, hey, buddy. Is this the crafts club? Oh, all of these characters. Hmm. At least you don't know it. All right, let's give it a shot. Mm. Mm. Manga club character? Or is that sister? That sounds like the sister. Yep. Ding. Hmm. Hmm. Nope, pretty good idea. In before sister arrives. All right, try to use your induction. Ku-izu? No. Later. Nothing I'll share with you. Okay. Or is this the feint? Nice. Not like you. More rocks. Eh. We're still avoiding showing her eyeline. Interesting. That makes 10. Trading. What you got to trade? Is it a copy? Who did the art? Who did the art? Oh, that's awesome. On Shi In or on Shinin? Ayaka. Okay. Yuasa Senpai, Koichi Ayako, Kudryavka's order. This is the mystery. They're not writing a manga. They're telling a story. Yeah, Gojuon. Damn, sis, you have no idea. You're already mixed up in it. Eh? Oh, don't do that. Eh? Hmm. Exactly. This guy. Oh, exhausted. Yep. Just flipping through it. We don't get to see the Kayombo, do we? I can dream. We can dream. Huh. Will she recognize that on the poster that the girl drew in front of the manga club? Maridas! No. What do you have to trade? Chitanden. Oh. Yo, fuck you! Ink cleaning water? Bullshit, fuck you! No, you just meant to sprinkle a little. That doesn't make it okay. Girl, that does not make it okay. Wonder if she'll incorporate that into whatever she draws. Nope, she's leaving. That's more real. Yeah. Fuck all y'all bitches! God damn. Gotta get the hell out of that club. 8! Yes, 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 yes. Notice the purple book. Notice the purple book. Magic. Why does he have it? It's a real good question. Okay, okay. It's all coming together. Hmm. Same person or mentor? Really? So it was him, Red Eye guy. Eh. Hmm. And also the culprit. Uh-huh. Hajimu. She really loves it. And she needs it for a reason. It's a clue. It's a big old clue. Hmm. Thinking, thinking, thinking. Huh? Kind of lost in my brain space here for a moment. Totally inconspicuous. Oh no, not in front of her. Be more careful. Mm. Oh. Oh. Yep, you done it now. Yep. Does it? Eyes go blank. Clever boy. And once again. And once again. Yeah. To create a mystery. To make things interesting. Nope, it's the source of all of this. Hmm. Just getting ideas. Only if she knew. But what if they didn't? What if they are no longer members of the manga club? And I bet it has some kind of bearing on the self-criticism isn't enough idea. Right. Hmm. So why skip Ku? Because Kugayama? Don't let us down, Hotaro. Okay. Oh, sad Toshi. Oh, broadcast. Ooh, that's a nice mic. That's a Sennheiser MD 421, I think? Think. Oh, everybody's ears just break. Okay, so it is going to be one more. God damn it. God damn it. Okay, I wonder what that name has to do with anything. Wow, a bunch of unexpected interesting things in this episode. So, we have further talked about this relationship between Ayako, the head of the manga club, and a bunch of other things. We know that the art was done by the student council president himself, the reddish-haired, red-eyed character who introduced the festival and has been seen in a couple of different places. He was there at the magic show, but wasn't there in any capacity that he could have been stealing a candle because the candle was already stolen. But it's quite possible that he is the culprit. But what seems more likely is that in the same way that a manga circle is not made up of like one person usually that there are a number of different separate individuals, all of whom have some kind of relationship to uh Takuha Anshiin, or in this case Ajimu, um who have some relation to it. And I don't know. So, okay, we definitely called the writer A, right? We called them A or something. It was Haruna who did it, but we didn't get the given name or the other name of Haruna. Um, but often like um manga circles are often named after the first characters of the names of the people involved. So that could explain the A and the Mu, because Muneyoshi, and A for well, it could be Ayako or it could be Haruna, but we don't know. We know Kochi Ayako. We know Yuasa Senpai, but we don't know her given name. We don't know Haruna's other name. I'm not sure whether Haruna is her given name or her family name. I think it's her given name. So I'm wondering if we're looking for the character G, whoever has a name that begins with G. But maybe I'm overthinking. If Ajimu is the name of their thing, or it could be Anshiin, which is a totally different thing. But because there was so much emphasis on that, and on Oreki not recognizing what it was in the Roman characters or otherwise, then I don't know. I don't know. So we also got some more of Satoshi thinking that he had his chance to shine, and then realizing that Oreki, even despite everything, even with thousands of people here, and thinking that there's no way he could possibly infer the answer, is still on the ball. And for a second, he sort of snaps a little bit at him, and then steps back into himself, and then smiles and is like, "All right, well, make it good, man. Make it interesting." Hmm. A corpse by evening. And then this other idea of Kudryavka's whatever. Hmm. So it seems to be running off of the ABC. So it seems like the whole idea to do the booklet of reviews may have taken the place of writing that manga or releasing that manga, uh, and maybe given some kind of a change in the leadership of the manga club caused that to happen. So it could be that all of the stuff that Mayaka is experiencing at the manga club is somehow wrapped up in that decision. Likewise, the Jumoji incident is a result of not being able to release that manga during the festival. But it seems like what they're doing is telling or writing a story in real life that makes things interesting. Okay. Okay. Man, I flipped when I saw his sister had the manga. That was freaking amazing. That moment when she takes it out and happens to provide the key to the entire mystery. We are doing something else that's interesting here, which is avoiding and continuing to avoid actually showing the sister's face. I believe we saw her face at one point, either in 11.5 or in the episode after it, but other than that, we don't ever see her eyeline, and it makes her an odd, mysterious character to us. It's really interesting. One thing I definitely want to read the subtitles for at least again. Hope you enjoyed. I'm biased, but I think it's turned into something wonderful. Truth to tell the truth, I only worked on a few of the backgrounds. If you enjoyed this manga, you should thank the writer and the artist. So Anshinin Takuha is a group name, but it's actually Ajimu. Not all of us are in the manga society. We simply liked manga and found that our tastes were similar. Result of what we thought up when we set out to create our own one. Quite something for our first work. Self-review holds no ground to true criticism. I will leave judgment of its value to those who read it. We do not plan to disband after this one work. We have already started working on another manga for the next Kanya Festival. Our writer, A, intends to depart from this style and try a mystery, which is exactly what's going on. I already have a title child right here. It'll be titled Kudravkas or whatever order. A variation on a famous mystery by Christie. Another ominous sounding name until we meet again at the Kanya Festival. Takuha Anshinin. Okay. Then convenient run-in at the broadcast club. Some great moments of Oreki trying desperately to not let Chitanda get more curious than she already is, and then getting really flustered at seeing again just like this much. Aww, getting all flustered. And some cool recognition, and this is just fucked shit. Just fucked up. That, like, Mayaka, you don't have to deal with this bullshit. For real. You don't have to do this. But she loves manga, so she stays. So fucky. I wonder what they were talking about when he missed it, when he zoned out for a moment. I don't know. I don't know. And there's something weird about skipping Ku. I don't know what it is, but I want to. God damn it. All right, well, I'm getting sucker cliffhangered into the next episode, so hopefully this next episode will be the last one that we have to watch for this arc. Yay! 3 more to go. Anyway, I'm going to take a breaky thingy, do a sinky thingy, and we'll be back for episode 17 of Hyouka. See you in a moment. Peace. All right, we are ready to go for episode 17 of Hyouka. We were stuck with it. I do think that this one is probably going to be the end of the thing because we're so close and we're on the last day and all that jazz. But also because looking at the episode, just the file for it, it's 28 minutes and some change long. So I feel like this is the big reveal and some other stuff. Let's find out how all these threads tie together. They're getting real close. They're starting to wrap together a little bit, but it ain't becoming a rope yet. You know, we're real close. Let's go ahead and jump on into episode 17. Beep beep timer. Yeah. Stress everyone. Pumpkins? We're already missing some? Nice. Advertise Hyouka and pumpkins. Indeed. That's my catchphrase. Ah. Oh. Get everybody in the room. Is it the craft club? Lovely. And we're off. Oh, exhausting. Good night. Get that girl some sugar. Same deal. I don't think she needed to say, please buy our anthology. I think it would have happened anyway if you got everybody in that room. Ooh. Hey, bunch of people in here. And there's the manuscript, okay. Hey, buddy. Hey, president. Or not president, executive committee guy. Nice, we're selling them like hotcakes. Indeed, whoa. Oh. Yeah, whatever. How? 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 Water? Raw sodium? Huh. Is it different? Has been lost. The 10 letters have been achieved. Eh? Eh? That's cool, though. Yeah, super defeated. But hey, victorious in another way. You sold all your copies, right? Most of them. And denouement. Hey. Sure did. Oh. Hmm. Yes. Now you have to. Hmm. You fucked it up. Absolutely not. Fake it till you make it. Do things your way. Also your strength. Yep. Eh. Tani. Hey, buddy. Truly. Sure. Hmm. 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 Kugayama? Yeah. Kugayama. The last page. Including the student council president. Mm. Mu. Muneyoshi. And the threads tie together. Oh, motherfucker. Yup. He's gotcha in a noose. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. When you've already given up, eh? Why not? Why not? All of these partially obscured faces. Interesting. What's that? Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. We sold out all the rest of them. Oh. Oh, that's how they did it. Oh. And the phone ringing. Oh, you clever bastard. Indeed. Indeed, everybody wins. Indeed. Brilliant. Make a scene. And make it an impossible crime. Yeah, exactly, raw sodium. Yeah. It's exactly what I thought it was gonna be. That's so funny. I'm literally rewatching that Critical Role episode right now. A water gun. Ah. Ah, and it all comes together. Brilliant. Motherfucker. Phone ringing. Ding, ding, ding. Indeed. Sorry, Satoshi. Mm-hmm. Bro, y'all need to hug. Just this once. Yeah. I think she might actually really understand. Hmm. Hmm. Indeed, Kugeyama. Another decoder, eh? So the message made it through. Eh. Mm-hmm. Sure. Same. Which you could argue it is. Hmm. Hmm. Uh-huh. Sure. What are you writing? That it was. Ah. After all of the work you've been putting in. And it's a mirror to Satoshi and Areki. Uh-huh. It's easier that way, huh? What did she write? Wow. Now, what did she write? What did she write? What did she write? Oh, she drew a little cat. Oh, it's hers, a step below. Step below. She knows. That's why she can't face it. But it's not the same. Wow. Hmm. 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 And the same again. Heartbreaking. Is Satoshi hearing this? Truly. Fuck. Hmm. Nice. All copies sold. Nope, no, no, no! God damn it! Satoshi, no! Oh God! Oh, make it stop! Nice. Mm. You're evil. Mm. Nice. What a way to end the arc. Next time. Hmm. Okay, while the ED was playing, I went and looked for the episode director of this episode, just because it's been interesting and insight has revealed interesting insights before. So this episode was directed by Ishidate Taichi, also an episode director on a certain episode of Full Metal Panic: The Second Raid, and not that much else. He is the director of Veg, though, of Violet Evergarden, so that's a thing. For sure, as well as an episode director on Tomoko Market, unit director on Silent Voice, unit director on some stuff, and episode director on some stuff for Nichijou, and episode director on some episodes of Haruhi, and various other things. Certain episodes of K-On! Season 1 and 2, a bunch of other stuff. Okay, but nothing that's really super duper mega standout. Except for probably Violet Evergarden, but I can't really comment on it because I haven't seen it. This... I have to say, I think this might be my favorite arc in Hyouka thus far. And it's a favorite on like two different axes of goodness that just happen to intersect here. One of those being just like the feel and the vibe of the entire arc with the lively, life-filled activity of the school. It feels alive and interesting and as though it's occurring in a real school in the real world. And then the second being just the way that all of the pieces fit together, and once the puzzle becomes a little bit more clear, it all makes sense. And I don't just mean in terms of discovering the mystery, I mean in the way that discovering the answer to the mystery puts a lot of the other elements of the show up until now, and of the arc specifically, into context and makes them make more sense. Because the feelings that there's another mystery built into the mystery. There are a couple of other mysteries built into the mystery. One of them is why does Mayaka's senpai say the things that she says about masterpieces and about criticism and about all of that? Why does she feel the way that she does and act the way that she does toward Mayaka? It's unfair because we don't understand it. And then once we come to understand it, maybe it's still not the best thing as like a person to do, but it makes more sense, and so we can at least grapple with the reasons behind it and the motivations of the character, and they make sense. because and then beyond that, it's like the idea bounces around between a bunch of the different character relationships, because the relationship that she has to Anjo, the writer of A Corpse by Night, right? A Corpse by Evening. The relationship that she has toward Anjo is very much the same as the relationship that Satoshi has toward Oreki. Um, in the case of Oreki, it's a fanatic lover of mystery stories who isn't good enough to solve most of the mysteries that he comes across, versus the character who doesn't care and doesn't want to get wrapped up in the mysteries, but when he is forced to because of things outside of his control, mostly because he can't say no to Chitanda, he ends up solving the mysteries just like that. It's talent, right? It's just sheer raw talent in the context of the work. Now you could argue about how realistic that is, whatever, but there is truth, I think, to the statement that there are people out there who are geniuses in a way that is incomprehensible to those who are not. And Oreki fits that category as a character. Um, so for someone who is like Satoshi, who desperately wants to be a Sherlockian, if you will, the fact that his best friend, who he genuinely cares about and loves as a friend, is so effortlessly capable when he doesn't necessarily want to be, and that Satoshi, who desperately wants to be, is not, and has to relegate himself to being a database, is painful. And it's the exact same situation that's going on with Anjo and Ayaka. Ayaka is Ayako, sorry, Kochi. Ayako is interested in manga, loves writing it, loves drawing it, is an upstanding member of the manga club, has been working on her own manga for a long time, is clearly a talented artist. From what we've seen, is clearly a talented artist, but isn't a genius in terms of her talent. Whereas her friend, someone she likes and cares about, Anjo, decides for funsies to write a manga, to write the script for a manga, and comes up with a masterpiece. And when she first reads it, outside of the story, before the events that we've seen before, when she first reads it, just getting halfway through, she already recognizes that this is a masterpiece, and if I go further, I have to acknowledge it as such. And she can't do that because of her own pride. And is that fair to the piece of work? Is that fair to anything? No. But if she were to read it, she would have to admit that masterpieces exist. But more than that, she would have to admit that she's not good enough to make one. You know, we can say, and I genuinely believe that hard work can make up for a lot. For a lot. Hard work can make up for immense amounts of technical skill, and you can train a lot to make yourself a better writer, a better artist. But there's a bit of a more ethereal question of whether that training can ever get you to the point of reaching someone who is genuinely a genius. I don't know. I don't know if it can. But I think that it's quite possible that there are artists and creators out there who are untouchable, who, unless you are born a masterpiece writer, a masterpiece creator, you may never be able to create a masterpiece or birth one the way that they can. And so all of that ties into the executive committee chairman's feelings towards Mu Naoshi, towards Mune, someone who clearly has that genius and that talent and doesn't think anything of it. It's just something he did for fun. I'm trying to think of what the word would be for the way that he feels toward Muneyoshi. I think there's maybe an element of jealousy in it. There is in the other relationships, but more than that, what he said about it being a loss to everyone is, I know there's a word for it, but I can't think of what it would be. I won't get stuck on it. Man. Just in every way, this episode wraps things up fantastically. And the number of things that don't seem to mean anything, but then are brought together and made very clear that they mean quite a bit. The best example of which is the little cat logo that she draws on the post, on the pole. And it clicks. Oh, she's trying and she's good, but she's not that good. And she knows it. And she doesn't want to confront it. She'd rather live in this world of maybe than be certain. It comes down to that talk about expectations. Now, what is the exact Nihongo that Satoshi uses here for expectations? That's one thing that I want to know. Okay. Yeah, he uses it a bunch in this conversation, so. There. Kitai? Kitaite. Let's just go to Google Translate. Kitaite. I think that's right. Hmm. Need to find another. Kitaite yu na. Is it te? Usually. That doesn't sound right. Kitaite. Taite. Ordinarily or usually. To approach. Usually. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure that one of y'all native Nihongo speakers could help me out with this in understanding what the word is and what the like the subtleties of it are that is being used as expectations here. I mean, it might be a very literal translation, but it feels to me like there's a bit of subtlety to it that isn't quite it doesn't quite translate. I just get that feeling. I don't know. We again have lots of hiding parts of the president, showing him in reflections bits and interesting pieces there as he sort of deflects and dodges the questions before he finally is cornered well enough by Oreki that he's put it all together and eventually claps his way through it and explains everything. Solid direction for this whole sequence. Really good to make the focal point of the episode is these two characters talking to one another, and in doing so revealing the impossible heist that occurred in the middle of the club. And then this conversation that it makes everything pointless. Maybe. And I understand how you feel, but I have to understand how she feels too. Hasn't read it because she knows what's in it. She recognizes that it is a masterpiece and can't go ahead with it. And then the final reveal that it was all a ploy. Fantastic. I would say this is easily, it's at least up there, if not already my favorite arc of Hyouka thus far. And it's a long one, for sure. I mean, this has taken us two sessions, and this session has been 4 episodes to get through. That's nothing to sneeze at. But between the goofy, pure fun going on during this festival and the genuinely interesting mystery that wraps up a bunch of interesting character interactions and motivations of our main characters beyond just I'm curious. This is a really good way to end an arc. If the next arc is like this, or if there are 2, I don't know. Don't know how many arcs there are left, because we're burning through these episodes at record speed. But man, I am ready for it, and also definitely not ready for it. This was really cool. Okay, I really like this episode. A good bit to think about here. And I've liked all 4 of these episodes so far. From the Yamada directed awesome cooking competition and some great character interactions there, straight through it's been an interesting ride to track down this self-titled Jumoji heist person culprit. There we go. Okay. All right, I think that's going to be it. So, I've been Teeaboo. This has been Hyouka, episodes 14 through 17. I hope you've enjoyed the conclusion to this arc as much as I have. I would love to see any thoughts you have on it. Drop them in the comments. I'd love to read them. And hope to catch you next week when we watch a little bit more of Hyouka. See you there. Peace.